Welcome everybody to Tuesday Night Live. We are 2 days till Thanksgiving. Where did November go? I'm not kidding you. It seems like retreat was yesterday, the
I
4th
know.
and 5th, and then it's like, boom, it's Thanksgiving. It's like, what? Oh my gosh. Well, welcome you guys. I'm super excited. We're not going to have a long meeting tonight, but I want to share something with you. So my name is Diane Covington. Lori Lagerstrom is my cohort in crime, one of my amazing offspring up in Woodland, California. We know that one of Mary Kay's favorite holidays when she was alive was the day of Thanksgiving. That was her favorite holiday because she said it was not all the hustle and bustle of the gifting and all that. It was being with family, being with people, whether they're your actual family or maybe your church family or your neighborhood family, whatever, but being around people that you can appreciate, that love you and adore you, and just for thankful. We have so much to be thankful for. Our jobs, our health. I mean, we could sit here and make a list of everything that's not going right in our lives, but we can make this list of gratitude that is just
Yes.
so abundant. And that's such a good place for our brains to go. So
Yes.
I want to thank you, whether you're listening to this live, and those of you diehards, thank you for jumping on live. And for those of you who are watching a recording, I just want you to know from the bottom of my heart, happy Thanksgiving. 2023 was a year of growth, a year of trying different things, trying to figure out what a hybrid party was. Like, I'm still trying to figure out some of my Mary Kay stuff. I moved in the last 12 months, had COVID in the last 12. I mean, like, all kinds of things in my life happened, finalized my divorce and all kinds of things. And I truly, truly have so much to be thankful for. But Mary Kay personally, her favorite holiday was Thanksgiving. So we're going to do a special tribute. It's a short video. Well, I'm going to cut it in half, but um, I want to just plant to all of you who are on tonight. I'd love you to be thinking about if you had an opportunity to sit down eye to eye, toe to toe with Mary Kay and look her in her eye. What would you say to her? What would you be thankful for or grateful for? What would you love to say to Mary Kay Ash, the person who had a dream in her heart, even though everybody, including her attorney, thought she was wackadoo and said, lady, this business is never going to fly like this. You can't pay your people. You can't do that. And she did it anyway. So I want you to be thinking about that as I play this video. And then we've got some celebrations. Carrie McCurdy added a new team member named Kelly, and I want to know how you met her, Carrie, so you can share. I have a new team member from a skincare class. The hostess is thinking about joining, but since the hostess is in Canada for 3 weeks, another girl from the party decided to join. So that's always good because she wanted to buy so much stuff. When I told her what the discount was, she said, sign me up. So we're going to share a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit about Pink Weekend. I did make a 10-minute video and it's packed and it's fast, but the 10 minutes goes over all the ideas, what to say, what to do, what you can run as a promotion. It's called Pink Weekend. And all I can tell you is that if you don't run a contest, which is totally up to you, your friends are still going to spend all their money. They're
They
just
are.
not going to spend it with you.
You
And so
bet.
what you have to realize is that decide that you're going to do something, even if it's just for the day, and get the word out by email, text, voicemail, uh, carrier pigeon, whatever it takes, smoke signals, like whatever, right? But anyway, one thing I wanted to just preface by saying what I'm grateful for, and then Lori, I can ask you to share, and then we'll play the Mary Kay video. So, I'm grateful for so much. I am grateful for the fact that 37 years ago, when I joined Mary Kay Cosmetics, I was lacking confidence. I was lacking self-esteem, but I had a dream in my heart that I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom and eventually have kids and be an at-home mom. But I really wanted to make a six-figure income. So I thought, how can I be like the room mommy and the Girl Scout leader, but still bring in a significant income? And I never thought in a million years that I'd walk away from a corporate job, just having finished my master's degree, to run a business with Mary Kay. I didn't even register to me that was an option. And yet I found myself whacking my head against the wall with a glass ceiling of, nobody took me seriously. And I was in charge of sales training. And I don't know. I'm just grateful though for the confidence I have earned and learned. I was able to pass on to my kids. The money I earned was able to put my kids in private school from kindergarten all the way through private high school and pay for cash 2 college degrees. They don't have any educational debt. Well, from their bachelor's. My daughter went on to get more degrees, but those are on her. I'm grateful for all these decades of having a Mary Kay car. I haven't had to pay for a car in over 34 years. That means my DMV tags, my 80% of my insurance, like just having a car every 2 years. I'm grateful for freedom and flexibility. I love that about my life, that I can weave in a doctor's appointment. I can weave in a massage. I can weave in lunch with a girlfriend or picking up a girlfriend who's going through chemo right now. I couldn't do that if I had a typical 9-to-5 job. I love all of that. It's also taught me grit, My parents both taught me a very good work ethic as a little kid. But when you're working for yourself, there are days when you're the janitor, you're the HR rep, you're the whole 9 yards. And there's some days where I don't want to be all that. I'll be honest with you. There's days where I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then I look at the alternative and I'm going, there is no way I'm going to ever work for someone else. Like zero, zero, never happening. And so for me, it's teaching me patience, teaching me how to be a better coach to all of you, teaching me how to love everybody unconditionally, teaching me to trust, to know that people are truly the best versions of themselves. And I'm grateful. I am incredibly grateful that Mary Kay had this opportunity. And so I'm grateful for all of you to be part of my Mary Kay family. So Lori, do you want to share real quick?
Yes, I will real quick. Okay. The one thing far and above, and this always rings in my ears, that I hear people say, and it's true, it resonates with me, is the ability to learn, because it's a learned skill, how to think positively and how to pivot. Pivot when you've got stuff going on. I have a lot of health stuff going on, but the challenge to always find the positive thing. The people I worked with before I was affiliated with Mary Kay did not teach me that. I can tell you that. I'm sorry, I didn't even learn it from my church people. It was Mary Kay. It was the culture of Mary Kay that taught me that. And then, the women in Mary Kay have perpetuated that. So I will be forever grateful for that. I mean, what a life change. And I loved what you said, Diane. Some days you don't want to do this or that, but then you look at the alternative and you go, okay, maybe I will do that. Maybe I will choose to do the thing that I don't really want to do. Because why? Because the benefits outweigh the sacrifices or the whatever it is that you really kind of don't want to do. So that's short. Okay.
Well, thank you for sharing that. You know what? One thing I'll just tag on to that is saying, it's like perfect examples where my sister Sandy was sick with cancer, and to be able, so I could have looked at that and said, okay, my sister is dying of cancer. This next year, I'm going to put my whole business on hold. But for me, financially, that wasn't an option. I'm paying for private school. I'm paying for part of a mortgage. So what I said to myself, and this is what Mary Kay taught me, is how can I have this and this? Like, how can I make these work? Instead of saying it has to be one or the other, it's like, how do I weave Mary Kay into me being with my sister? When she fell asleep, sometimes 20 minutes, sometimes 2 hours, I worked. When second she fell asleep, I'd pause the movie. I'd go out, and sometimes I'd only make 20 minutes of phone calls or do 20 minutes worth of work, and she'd wake back up and I'd go back in and hang out with her. But I was able to continue to do Cadillac production and run my business on those little cracks of time. Why? Because I chose to. It was like burn the ships. It's like there is no other option. It's like when the trapeze artist swings and lets go and goes to grab, they don't look over their shoulder like, is the bar coming? Like, is there anybody behind me? If you've ever watched a trapeze artist, when they swing out and they literally let go and they pivot, and that other bar better be there, right? So that's one of the things, I think that's what you're referring to, Lori, is that resilience of learning how to just figure it all out and knowing that that we can truly be the best version of ourselves. And so
and making that choice, and making the choice, because it is a choice. And, I'm reminded of that. It's a choice. We have a choice, and we do have control over our thoughts.
Yes. So as you guys are all thinking, all of those that are on here, I'd like you to be thinking about what you're grateful for and what you would say to Mary Kay. And I'm going to play a little bit of a special video. This is a documentary that was done about Mary Kay, and it just speaks to the heart of who she was as a woman. She is just one of those people who just constantly thought outside the box and didn't matter what anybody else said. Didn't matter if anybody else thought she was crazy or that it was a good idea. And had she listened to any of them, including her attorney, or the fact that her husband had a massive heart attack 30 days before she was going to open the doors, some of us would have looked at that and said, oh, it's a sign I shouldn't go forward. Instead, she looked at it and go, well, I'm all in financially. I guess I got to make this work. Right? All right. So let's hear a little bit from our founder, Mary Kay, and what she stood for that was so important to her.
In 1963, Mary Kay Ash retired from the workplace. It wasn't because of her age or her energy or her skill. She had been a top earner for 2 major sales organizations in a career spanning 25 years. In fact, she was so competent that she'd often trained the men who later became company executives. That's when she finally got the message. There was no way for a woman, no matter how smart, talented, or skilled, to move up the corporate ladder and achieve her highest potential. So she made the smartest decision of her life. She quit. And 6 months later, when she came back a winner.
I decided to write my memoirs, hoping that perhaps I could help other women over some of the problems that I had encountered. So I began by writing down the good things the companies I had been with had done. And then it occurred to me that there were a lot of things I didn't think they did right. So I took another legal-size pad and began writing down the problems. And one day it occurred to me that if you're so brilliant, how would you have solved them? And then I began writing out, almost like working a crossword puzzle, how I would have handled a situation had I had the opportunity and the responsibility. After reading my marketing plan that I had on paper, I thought, this would do it. This would give women that chance I want them to have. And if I just had a product now that would be just terrific, then the product and this could make it happen. Find a need and fill it, if you're talking about business. Find a need, something that people need very much, and then fill that need. So if there is something that is needed and you can find that niche and fit into it, then you have the foundation for a successful business. The goal for us as a company is to become the largest and the best skincare company in the world.
She was convinced that career fulfillment need not just be a masculine privilege, and that feminine ingenuity should not be wasted, and that given the opportunity, women could and would aspire to the heights of success and become all that they could be.
In the beginning, she did not concentrate on a product. She concentrated on the plan.
She was creating opportunity for women, and she really believed, based on her own career and her own observations of women in business, that given the right kind of plan, they could be a lot more successful than they believed, or for that matter, anybody else believed. This is a vision that others in our industry have acknowledged within our direct selling association.
I saw a value in having a purpose in my life that was bigger than my own little world. And Mary Kay has developed the structure that allows, in fact, requires you to develop to your potential.
There was no end to the money we could make, the people we could meet, the growth, the personal growth that we could have, the future that we could have, the seminar prizes and all that grandeur and applause.
It was a daring idea. Mary Kay was attempting to create a framework for a sales organization that would thrive on the strengths familiar to women, where mutual support and teamwork laid the foundation, where women were encouraged to set their own goals and help other women to achieve theirs. And every accomplishment, no matter how large or small, would be acknowledged and rewarded. But what would they sell?
I had been using a cosmetic for 10 years that I thought was absolutely fantastic and had done wonderful things for me personally, for my family, and for my friends. So I went out and I was able to purchase the formulations for that cosmetic. I put that with my marketing plan, and that was the beginning of a company.
And it just grew as Mary Kay knew it would, just word of mouth. Mary Kay said she did not have the budget for a lot of slick literature. She wrote what was printed.
The concept of the company became superior skincare products that women would sample at home and order from a personal consultant. The next step was to create a formula for one really successful sales unit that would be duplicated again and again as the company grew.
And Mary Kay was everything. She was, of course, she was the sales manager, she was the recruiter, she was the sales trainer. She was the only person that knew all about the products. There was nothing in the company that she didn't do, except, of course, for the books, which her son Richard took care of. But it soon became apparent to her that she couldn't grow the company if she were doing all these things herself personally. And so they evolved a plan that's become our director plan today.
In 1965, 66, 67, we had small directors meetings, but they were so interesting. Thanks to Mary Kay, she always thinks of everything, and she's always ahead of everyone. She's 10 or 20 years ahead of everyone else. So she had more interesting people come in and talk to us.
We finally created a wonderful position of National Sales Director. And those were the ones that Mary Kay said would be the Mary Kay ambassadors. And then they went out to teach all the things that they had learned from Mary Kay.
I feel the role of a national sales director is to really be little Mary Kays around the world. Mary Kay allowed us to grow from consultantship to director and on to national because we were developing into leaders reflective of her leadership.
Mary Kay created this to be a direct selling company where women could buy wholesale and sell retail and make a good profit and climb to whatever heights they wanted to climb and build the income that they wanted to build.
Mary Kay taught her consultants to respect the golden rule and recognize what she called the invisible sign worn by everyone. The sign that says, "Make me feel important."
Make me feel important. And if we keep that in mind, that we're really there to service the other person's needs, you'll never have to worry about the money you make, because money is a measure of the pleasure that you send into the lives of others. So service rendered, money back. But if you'll keep your perspective really on the other person, servicing her needs, remembering the invisible sign, and if you're doing the right thing, you'll never ever have to worry about that you're out of integrity. So that's what it's taught me, love and integrity in business work.
I will recall sitting down in my first long visit with her, and I thought that I knew how her plan worked. I thought I knew how her philosophy of selling worked. We had had the same roots in direct selling. We learned from some of the same people. But I couldn't have been more wrong, because she was focused on service, not sales.
Selling is an honorable profession. It makes our world go round, as a matter of fact. And she always was proud to sell something if the product had quality and if she was doing it in an honorable, integral way. And so that's what she's always taught us, to feel proud of what you're doing, to hold your head high and realize that you are performing a wonderful service for the world in making all of us beautiful. Because we're selling not just clean faces. We're certainly not selling cleansing cream. We're selling youth and beauty and hope and self-esteem.
So this new company, based on service rather than sales, on setting goals and receiving acknowledgement for reaching those goals, on enriching women's lives, began to make news. The media looked for labels to describe this new business model and the quiet confidence of its leader.
Are you a feminist? You believe so much in women and the cause of women. That seems by definition to make you a feminist.
I guess I'm right in the middle. I want women to have their cake and eat it too. What I'm saying is I want the respect and the admiration, everything that goes with femininity. But at the same time, I want women to have an opportunity to use their brains and to become whatever they want. And I think they can.
So you started the women's movement to some extent, yes.
I guess we were the forerunners, actually. Yes. And here's the best part. We're not just talking about it, we're doing something about it.
Mary Kay was famous for giving praise and recognition. She believed that long-term goals had to be supported by small steps, and that each step was best recognized with a reward, which ultimately led to the famous pink Cadillacs. But it all began with a golden goblet.
And it was a prestigious honor to be in the Golden Goblet Club.
And we gave out many, many, many goblets. In fact, so many then she came up with gold pieces to go with the goblets, gold casserole, gold trays.
Well, some women had whole closets full of golden goblets, and so Mary Kay decided that she wanted a program where you could wear your report card on your lapel.
And so Mary Kay
switched to a program called the Star Consultant Program, whereby we received ladders and gemstones indicating what our quarterly wholesale orders to the company were.
And my goal to begin with was to never miss a quarter putting a star on my ladder of success. And I was real fortunate because I had 2 consultants in my unit who also latched onto this program. And today, because of the Star Consultant Program, and because we all went 5 straight years without missing 1 quarter putting a star on our ladder of success, today we're national sales directors.
In the early 70s, we had Mary Kay Night at the ballpark in St. Louis, and we were trying to give all of our superstars
This is a great
chance
story, you
to
guys.
be on the field. So one of my directors said, well, let's put them in red jackets. So that's what we did, and we had Mary Kay Night at the ballpark. Mary Kay threw out the first ball, and she said, what are these girls doing in those red jackets? And we said, well, they had to recruit 3 people before they could get in their red jackets. She said, I like that. She went back and then introduced the red jackets into the company.
Mary Kay was just a...
All right, you guys, I just want to share all that with you. Isn't that interesting how the whole red jacket program started? Because it was not, oh, sorry, hold on, I got to turn my camera on. It was not from Mary Kay just deciding, hey, I think I'll come up with some red jackets. It was literally them at a ball field. And in order to qualify to be on the field with the players, they had to recruit 3 and they got to wear this prestigious red jacket. Well, then all of a sudden the red jacket program was launched. So I would love, so I want to share with you 3 things I heard from that. One thing that I heard was Carol Anton when she said, money is the measure of the pleasure you bring into the lives of others. So make sure you write that down. Money is the measure of the pleasure you bring into the lives of others. I also love when it said,
I want to say something about that.
Go ahead.
Because it should give us confidence to close. If you're not very confident and you just give, okay. But, you know, we have given the, the pleasure. And so as you saw her very confidently say, services rendered, services paid. So we can rightly expect to be paid.
Exactly. I also love what another one of the nationals on there said, that be proud of what you do. And this isn't about selling. This is about youth, what Joan Bruner said, or Joan,
Yes.
whatever her last name was, youth, beauty, hope, and self-esteem.
Self-esteem.
So when you guys facial people, this isn't about, oh my gosh, I've got 3 faces. I can't wait to see if they buy. This is, I want to give these women, and this is a phrase that I heard from some director years ago that I've stolen and used ever since. And I say to people, like if I met Lori, I said, Lori, I'd love to have an appointment with you because I'd love to give you permission to pause your life for 1 hour of some self-care. And if nothing good came out of COVID, I will tell you, people paying attention to self-care is really, really important. And I said, when was the last time you took an hour for yourself? Now, if she's a mom, they usually laugh, like literally laugh out loud. They're like, an hour for myself. Yeah. My youngest is 6. So it's been 6 years. And I'm thinking, OMG, it's an hour. And I say, well, I can't wait to just have you pause your life for an hour and let me pamper you in the comfort of your home. Or you can sneak away and come to mine. I mean, just remembering that is our job. We are hired by Mary Kay as beauty consultants to pamper and have women try the product. That is your job. So if you guys look at your activities since November 1st and you've done 2 faces and you're thinking, okay, would I have a job if the company was paying me to do faces and it's the 20th of the month and I've done 2 faces? You might be called in HR, you might be laid off, you might be fired, who knows? But that's our job. If you are a beauty consultant with Mary Kay, your job is to put product on faces. Whether you want to put it on a face a week, 5 faces a week, I will tell you the magic. If you want to know the sweet spot, the spot where everything is humming, you've got money rolling in, you're a star consultant, people want to join your team, 7 to 8 faces a week is the sweet spot. Once you're doing 7 to 8 faces in a week, and I'm not saying you have to do them one-on-one. It could be you, Lori, with Connie and Carrie all in a lump of 4 or 5, right? It doesn't have
Hopefully
to be one.
it is not just one-on-one.
And I honestly love the dynamics of getting a few people together because there's something about somebody going, oh my God, my face feels amazing. She goes, so does mine. And it's just like the fun of that, whether it be virtual or in person. So with that said,
sorry for interrupting here, but I'm just
Lori.
going to say too, Diane, I learned this from you is it's always more fun and don't you want the opinions of your friends?
And that what I'm saying now, because women need a hook for whatever reason, I say, oh my gosh, Lori, you know what? So here's the deal. I need to do 18 faces by the 15th of December. I'm happy to give you a half price item up to 5 for getting 5 girlfriends. For every girlfriend you invite on, now I know you were eyeballing the repair set. The repair set has 5 pieces. So if you want the repair set at half off, then you need to have 5 girlfriends jump on, because I'm going to give you 1 half price item for each girlfriend that jumps on. So here's what I will tell you guys. That's her hostess credit. She will, if she wants that repair set, or she wants a sonic brush, or she wants whatever, she will jump through hoops to get girlfriends to jump on so that she can get her half off stuff. So with Thanksgiving in mind, would Carrie, Connie, Kim, Regina, any of you like to come and unmute yourself and share, if you had a moment with Mary Kay Ash herself, what would you say you're the most grateful for? Anybody welcome to share?
I'm grateful that she had the foresight to put women together in the position that she did, because I'm grateful for my Mary Kay sisters. I'm grateful for my Mary Kay customers. And and I remember my husband, when he retired, he used to say, oh, you ought to give Mary Kay up. And I told him, I'm always going to be using it myself, because I think it's done pretty well for me. But my other thought was, who's going to, I'm going to be ordering it, so I might as well order it for my customers. And who's going to treat my customers like I treat my customers?
Exactly.
And, because I appreciate them and they appreciate me.
So Connie, what is the one thing, if you could look at one, like the most major, the most significant thing that your Mary Kay business has given you, if you had a chance to sit down with Mary Kay and look her eyeball to eyeball, what would you say? Mary Kay, thank you for what?
I think for giving me more confidence.
Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Ditto. I agree. Thank you for sharing it, and happy Thanksgiving. Carrie, Kim, Regina, anybody else want to jump on and share? Unmute.
Carrie says.
Go for it, Carrie.
Well, again, I'm just in awe of the way she understood before the rest of the world did.
That's very well said.
Well, to be in 63 and do what she did is awe-striking, to say the least. And being how I was born in 61, it's interesting to see her walk through those years. Because that couldn't have been easy.
Oh, absolutely not.
By
in fact,
any
that she couldn't get a loan. The people, the bank were like, and so they had her son come in who's 19.
No, I'm real aware. My mother-in-law told me all kinds of really cool stories back in the day. Women couldn't get credit cards unless their husband co-signed. I mean, there's a lot of things they couldn't do. So to me, it's just like, wow. Yeah, so I would probably tell her thank you for being one of the first women that stepped outside of a box and ran and let us all know that we can do that ourselves. Because I don't think there's anybody else I know that's done something that dramatic for women.
And look at the ripple effect.
I'm in a bunch of groups, and I've had several, probably 5 or 6 women in the past month tell me how much they learned from being in Mary Kay in the very beginning in their entrepreneur journey was because of her. And I don't know if everybody knows, but her books in all the business 101 programs and college and stuff. So she's quite a phenomenon in herself.
Yes.
So, and for letting me be able to make people feel good about themselves. I mean, that's pretty much my goal. I always tell everybody, I just want you to love your skin. So I just try and teach them whatever makes them walk out of the door and be a little prouder, a little better feeling about
More
their
confident,
self. Yeah. So
So Carrie,
kudos.
If Mary Kay was looking you in the eye and had your hand in her hand, what do you think she'd say to you?
Keep passing it on. Keep passing it on. Like I said, I've had a lot of people in the past month stop me and tell me how much she meant to her, or she meant to them back in the day. Now I didn't start until I was over 50, so I you know, it just to me is amazing because I worked in a very corporate men's world for a long time, and they are not nice.
Well, and I think I know that Mary Kay would look at you and say, you run your business as if I'm right here by your side. You need to step into leadership, because you have to understand the impact you have as a consultant is on your customers. But as you become a director, now your impact is on your unit, your customers and their customers. And then as you move up and have some offspring, then your unit, then you have this bigger ripple effect. And I think you're all about making a difference. And I'm excited to see you step up to what I feel the position God has called you for in a long time. And I know you've got your family's support, and just go get in directorship and get it done. And do you want to tell us real quick about Kelly, your newest team member?
Yep. She's a young mom of 2. She's a single mom. And she won. My daughter did a vendor thing at her pool, and she was one of the girls that, I don't know, won something. I have a bunch of them. But anyway, she came to my house actually with her 14-year-old. Her mom was supposed to be here, but had to go to work. So we just pampered her, and she was telling me that she really liked what she does. She helps take care of sick people. So
the caregiver.
And she really likes it, but it doesn't pay her enough. But she loves Mary Kay. I could tell. I mean, when she walked in, she was just like, "Oh, it's been so long. I love this. I love Mary Kay." So I asked her, I just point blank asked her, "Have you ever thought of doing this?" And she goes, "Well, actually, I think so." And I said, "Okay, so Monday, I'm going to call you at 2, and we're going to do a interview with my director." And she said, "Okay." So, and then last night after she had talked to you, I was making dinner, and all of a sudden she calls me and she goes, "I don't know if you got anything, but I just signed up." So she was very excited, and she also has product already sold. So
she was very smart. So Kelly, knowing that we had a virtual boutique last night, I said, you could get somebody on just to give us your opinion. They don't have to buy anything. They don't even have to come on camera. But if you had a girlfriend jump on, you guys, this is the power of virtual. So here's Kelly, has been in like 2 hours. She not only wants to jump on herself to learn, but then she has a guest on, and the guest ends up ordering a set of satin hands from her. So Kelly calls us, "What do I do? I already sold something." It's like, that's the best, that's everybody's best dream, right? Well, Carrie, thank you so much for sharing that. I appreciate you, and I'm excited to have you go to Fort Worth with me and to get into that suit and to impact more lives, because the higher you go up the ladder, the more lives you can impact. And I'll ask you to share a little bit in a minute about like anything else you're doing as far as Pink Weekend or whatever. Does anybody else want to share anything about what they're the most grateful for? Either Connie, Kim, or Regina? Anybody want to share? If you had an opportunity to sit with Mary, I know Connie you already shared, but Kim or Regina, do you want to share if Mary Kay were sitting there, what you would say?
This is Regina. Can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, I would say, so many things, but I would say just watching people move up the corporate ladder and seeing them with the stress, the excessive weight gain and everything. That's when I said, "Thank you, Mary Kay. I don't have to do all that stuff." I mean, I have a team member that went into management, and she gained about 80-something pounds. I didn't even recognize her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stress is
And
a
she's
crazy
miserable.
thing. So it sounds like you're just
And
generally grateful for the opportunity.
oh, tell me about it. I just recruited a nurse manager, and she was telling me right then, I'm in a very stressful job. And she went back down last week, back down to being on the floor as a nurse. She said, no more.
Yep. I hear
She
that a
said,
lot.
I got my Mary Kay to make up the difference.
There you go.
Yep.
Thank you for sharing, Regina. I appreciate you. And happy
Mhm.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, thank you.
Kim, did you want to share real quick?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think the best part about it for me when I'm looking at everyone in this business is the diversity and there's really no mold to fill. It's just one, anybody, and young, old, you know, whatever color, whatever, country.
Whatever background.
It's the same thing. Everybody, there's just one goal. For me, that would be to make people feel better about themselves. And once you put that stuff on your face, it really does sell itself. But I would say to Mary Kate, thank you for the opportunity and the opportunity to have it open for anyone in the whole world to be able to do. You don't have to have a, PhD. You don't have, nothing like that. So I think that for me is the best, the actual opportunity for everybody.
Wasn't that prophetic when she said, well, my goal is to have the largest and best cosmetic company in the world. How? It's 60 years
I
later.
felt like saying, little did she know, because she passed away
Little
several
did
years ago.
she know that exactly what she said
Yeah.
has come true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I like the way she answered the guy with the, are you a feminist?
Yeah.
I love the way she answered that one.
Oh, she was quick.
Yeah.
She was very witty. In fact, one of the guys in one of the other interviews says to her, so Mary Kay, the pink Cadillac, don't you think that's just maybe a little bit gaudy? And Mary Kay goes, well, no. And then she paused and she put her hand up. She goes, well, let me ask you, what color is the Cadillac your company gave you? And he starts laughing. He goes, well, my company didn't give me any car. And so he just shut up and was like, okay. And then one time they asked Mary Kay how old she was, and she paused and she goes, excuse me, how much do you weigh? That was her answer. And the lady's like, okay, so she's not going to answer how old she is. No, she was quick. Her humor was, she was. Thank you, Kim, so much for sharing, and happy Thanksgiving. And thank you for being on tonight.
Thank you, hon. Thanks for being here, guys.
I want to share with you guys just a little bit of, we do have so much to be thankful for. And, take tomorrow to be with friends or family. And if you don't have a lot of friends and family around, I get it. None of my kids are local to me. One's in Minot.
You mean Thursday, right? Thursday's Thanksgiving, right?
Tomorrow.
You mean Thursday?
I meant Thursday. I'm sorry. Yeah. So Thursday, wherever you are being, I just want you to know that you are loved by your Mary Kay family. You are important. You are an important part of our Mary Kay family. It doesn't matter to me whether you order $2.25 once a year or you are a consistent superstar. I just want you to know that you matter. You truly, truly matter. Every single person in our unit matters. And I will tell you, we've got consultants. We've got 3 consultants that I know of going through chemo right now. So just pray for everybody's health, and that everybody feels loved and supportive. And I will tell you, your customers, if you treat them like gold, I don't care if you have 2 customers or 220 customers, treat them like gold, because they will never walk away. And
Can I say something? I just want to tag on to you, Diane. Mary Kay always said, God did not have time to make a nobody, only a somebody. And that somebody is you. And just become the best you that you can be.
Okay. Thank you for saying that, Lori. And I will say that I knew that I was really lacking confidence and self-esteem, but I wanted kids that were really mentally healthy. And I thought, well, how am I going to have mentally healthy kids if I'm the mom and I'm not mentally healthy? I mean, I just didn't feel like I was lacking confidence and self-esteem. So I kept working on me. I'll never forget when Janice asked me to speak at a brunch. I was on target for my car. I had maybe a team of 8 or 9. I was in a red jacket. And she said, I'd like you to speak at the breakfast. I go, you want me to speak at the breakfast? I go, what do you want me to say? And she goes, well, just tell them your story. I go, I don't have a story. And she goes, just tell them about your job and that, you know, your background, your master's degree, and that you're earning a car. And I said, well, you tell them that. And she goes, Diane, you have to talk. I said, well, how many people are going to be there? She said, I don't know, maybe 15. I go, oh, I can't talk in front of 15 people. And she goes, you're going to be fine. And I literally did not eat breakfast that morning because I thought I'd throw up on everybody who was there. And I was so nervous. And now I think about that and I think, you know what a work in progress I've been and still am. But it's just knowing that you are truly loved where you are. We all have strengths and we all have weaknesses. Why we focus on, well, she's doing this and she's doing this. How come nobody else gets a no? If we ever had a count up for no's, you know, we have sales count up and stuff at the meetings and stuff. By the way, I'd love you to post your sales in the chat section, because I want to brag on some of you. But anyway, we sometimes, because we don't talk about, well, who got a postponement this week? I did. Who got some no's? I got some. We don't, you know, Carrie's raising her hand. We don't talk about that, but we all get that. So don't think you're the only one, but do allow that to stop you. The people who said no or postponed, they don't pay my bills. This lady, I even mailed her samples to Martinez because she was so excited. Now she won't return my phone call. I'm thinking, I hope she enjoyed the samples. I'm going to text her and said, I hope you have a blessed Thanksgiving. I don't take it personal. She might have drama or trauma going on in her life. I don't know. But you know what? The $3 worth of postage and samples, if it makes her day, God bless her, you know? All right. So with that said, I want to share this with you guys really quick. I made a video. If you have, now it's up to you guys whether you want to watch anything. But if you have not seen this video right here called Pink Weekend, What Should I Do? It is a whopping 10 minutes. 77 people have watched it. I would take a few minutes tonight to watch this video. It'll help you decide, do I want to do something? What do I want to do? And how do I get it out? And what should I do? Because here's what I'm going to tell you guys again. And I'm as guilty of this as all of you. I already have it all in place. Do my customers know? No. I only posted and texted out 3 days until my Pink Friday sale. They don't even know what it is. They just know there's something coming in 3 days. But I'm sending it out tomorrow by email, by text, and then I'll make a couple phone calls to just like key customers that didn't make my boutique. And I'm just doing Friday, big discounts based on their volume. And then Saturday and Sunday, I'm just doing double deal days. Whatever they spend, they get double things. Now, you guys be prepared because Satin Hands is on there. And so I already had 2 customers today that spent over 100 and they're all picking Satin Hands. So only today alone, I sold 6 sets. And I'm like, oh, snap. I ordered like 8 sets on another. So I've ordered over 2,000 wholesale this month and I keep selling it. I keep ordering more and more and more product. I just can't keep stuff on my shelf, which is a great problem. But if you have not seen this, please take the 10 minutes and 30 seconds to watch this. This video is great. I actually had 2 consultants use this by sending this out to their clients, say, I'm in a challenge to have you watch the Winter Wonderland boutique. I need to know what 4 items on there you would say are your most popular, because I'm going to do another one live and I need to know what you think is the most popular. Everybody who's used this and sent it out has gotten sales. Every single customer has bought something. So you guys feel free to use this. This video is 28 minutes, but I think I feature, I don't know, 20 products in 28 minutes. I mean, it's fast, but it goes over the fashionista. It goes over the minimalist. It goes over the men. It goes over teens. And a few things are sold out, but I preface that several times by saying your consultant may be sold out of this, and that's your job. If you sold out of it, that's fine. Just find a substitute. Find something else that you can sell them.
Diane, where's the one that you just did?
This is the one I just did. I made it a day ago. It's called Pink Weekend. What should I do with Diane?
No.
And Diane,
I
watched it. It's awesome. It's totally
awesome. But your updated one from Winter Wonderland.
Oh, the one from last night?
Yeah.
I haven't posted it because, to be honest with you, Lori, it wasn't as good as this one.
Okay.
This one by far was the best one. The very first one.
That was awesome too. Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
So
and Diane.
Yes, ma'am.
When you said to watch it, I just put YouTube, pulled up YouTube on my phone, and the second thing that was showing was Pink Weekend. What should I do with Diane?
You're so cute. Yeah, if you guys will just on here, if you guys will just subscribe to this, every time I post a video, it'll let you know. So anyway, here's all I'm going to share with you guys is you guys all do whatever you want, But if you give your customers a reason to buy with you, they will stay with you. Now, I had customers like Wendy, my realtor, spend $700 on gifts for my boutique. Is she gonna be mad about Pink Weekend? I already gave her a 15% discount for her birthday month. I'm wrapping everything. I'm buying her gift bags. I blinged out all the tops of a dozen eye makeup removers, a dozen micellar waters. I'm not charging her for any of that. So she could care less about Pink Weekend for her because she's already spent $700 with me. But all my other customers, they're going to get excited. So please do me the favor before you go to bed, just watch that 10-minute video. If you choose to do nothing, that's up to you. But I'm going to tell you, your customers are being bombarded with Costco, Sam's Club, Amazon, every store they've got a credit card for, every possible anything.
Yes.
So if nothing else, just do at least Pink Friday. And if you don't have our boards app, I can also post things. In fact, I'll go back on Facebook tonight and post a whole bunch of the Pink Weekend options that you can use. So at least do something for Friday. If nothing else, do Double Deal Day. Take the double deals, scroll down on our Facebook page, find Monica's deals for November. Take a picture of the page that says double deals and say, on Friday, for every $50 you spend, you get 2 items at half price. And you better hope you have that stuff in your inventory. Nourishing oil, men's shave cream, all of that.
Satin hands.
Exactly, satin hands. So
I think this is phenomenal because right now the company has some items for us at 60% that Monica has on her deals.
Right. So let's talk about that. It's a perfect segue. So just so you guys know, because I want you guys to pay attention to what's sold out. So the mini masking set that's available is the masking minis that is part. Oh, they don't even show you a picture. Gotta love that. Okay, hold on.
I hate when it kicks you out.
I know, it kicks me out all the time. All right. So if we're on here, so right here, this is this pink mask. You guys see this mask down here? It's the pink clay and the moisture gel. Now for women over 40, the pink clay mask might even be a little better than the charcoal because it's a little more gentle. This is going to be huge. These cost you, I believe it's $7. Is it $7.20, Lori? I believe there's $7.20.
It's 18 and then you get, wait.
It's I believe it's $7.20 your cost and it retails for 18. Now look at these 4 items. These are all at 60% off. Serum C, huge seller, especially in January when every woman wears are going to take care of their skin. You will have women chasing you down to get Serum C, Glycolic Radiance Peel, Instant Puffiness Reducer is great for this time of the year, and the Clinical Solutions. This is all about hydration.
Hydrating.
And right now, this time of year. So what I would do is say to them, if they buy one of these, I would say you get the other one for I don't know, I might do buy one, get the second one at 25% off or 30, something that'll make them go crazy. Buy one, get the second one at 25 or 30% off. Well, you guys, you're making 60 for heaven's sake.
Yeah.
Okay. These are also great Christmas presents for you, but this thing, I'm also going to separate these and wrap some of the pink clay masks separately, some of the gel masks. So I just wanted to know, I also want to bring to your attention super quick. So these are the 60% off items, but look what's sold out. So the mini masks with the charcoal are gone, just so you know.
Okay.
Peach Satin Hands is in stock, but also the champagne colored.
Don't go to sleep on the peach satin hands because.
Oh no, that's going to be gone. In fact, I bet you by November 30th, it's gone.
If you want it, order it now.
Yeah, because but it's funny because one of the gals said, well, pomegranate was my favorite, but I'll take peach. I said, well, actually, when pomegranate came out, I said, I ordered 77 sets because my assistant kept unpacking more and more boxes. And she goes, these are all full of satin hands. How many did you get? And I said, well, I love them. So I got 77 sets. She's like, you're crazy. And I'm down to my final 3. One lady bought 2 sets for me today. So now I'm going to stock up on peach. Anyway, so this is what else is sold out. The champagne liquid shadow is sold out. And the sparkling. So this is the rose gold color, and this is the silvery color. The only one left is the one that's rosé, which is the slightly more cranberry color. That's the only one available still. The men's body wash is gone. All the women's body washes and the women's sets are sold out. And so is the 60th anniversary cosmetic bag. Okay. The foaming beard wash is still in stock. Thank goodness. And the eyeshadow and the polishes are still in stock. But just so kind of give you guys an update. But this stuff is 60% off. Now, it says it goes through November 30th, but I want to make sure you all understand how that works. They've allocated in the warehouse, I'm just going to pick a number. Let's say 30,000 vitamin Cs. When those 30,000 vitamin Cs are gone, even though we might still have vitamin C, they've only they've only tagged so many to be 60% off, right? Because the company has to make sure that they don't mess up their inventories. So once those 30,000 or whatever the number is of those are sold, then it's no longer available. Okay. So I will tell you, those are not all going to last at the end of the month. Those of us doing sales court and those of us, I know that skincare is all about everything. So what I'm doing is every time somebody buys a set of skincare at the day I facial them, not like a week later, but the day that I facial them, they're going to get a masking mini set as a gift with purchase from me. The charcoal and the gel mask, because it's $4.50, you guys, like big deal, right? But I'm also going to say, or they could get the hydrating booster at half price or the instant puffiness reducer at half price if they are so inclined to that and have those products something that they need. So you guys can use these to your advantage and your leverage. So take advantage of those. If those are products you're not using, the glycolic radiance peel by far is my favorite product. You can use on your face, throat, and neck. It is, I know Janice is a microderm kid, but I'm the glycolic queen. I
love the before and after of that woman's neck. What's her name?
Oh, the lady up in Washington.
Yeah.
Karen, the gal with us, the scar along here. She's got a scar from I don't know, some surgery she had. No, her
thyroid, maybe.
Yeah. So you guys go on our Facebook page. If you do not have posts, all I can tell you is go to bed tonight with a decision. No more like I'll decide tomorrow morning when I get up. No. Decide tonight. Are you going to do something? Yes or no? If no, then don't listen to anything else. But watch my video if your answer is yes. Do you want to do something Friday only? Friday, Saturday, Friday, Sunday? What do you want to do? Like what days? And if you aren't sure, keep watching the rest. How do you want to get it out? I suggest email and I suggest texting. But I will tell you, instant messenger, you can make a 1-minute video. You could be holding up your favorite. You could be holding up peach satin hands and go like make a silly face or maybe kiss the hand cream or do something silly. I don't know. My customers are used to me being silly and hold this up and shoot a 1-minute video. You could, because on instant messenger, you can only make a 1-minute video and send that out because then they hear your enthusiasm. Go live on your Facebook group page. But do something because, gang, they're going to be at Costco, Target, and every other God's green earth looking for stuff. They'll be at Ulta and Sephora. So just saying. Now, really, really quick, I want to let you know the last week of the month, if you go to our Facebook page, Janice is doing, correct, Lori? Janice is doing skincare. We have a skincare class, correct? Or am I wrong?
Good question. Yeah.
Hold on. So next week, we have our meeting on the 28th. And I think we have a skincare class on Wednesday, the 29th. Hold on, you guys. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to double check this super quick. So I'm going to go in here and look at the calendar and we will be done for the evening. I didn't have a chance to check the chat section, but I'd love to hear. Let me look at this. Carrie McCurdy, you had $450 in sales. Regina Buckley, $978. Carrie, how did you do your $450? Can you tell us real quick? How did you sell $450?
I had 2 parties just recently.
Nice. So. Okay. Sell any sets of skincare?
Yes.
Nice. Congratulations. Regina, how did you sell $978?
Can you hear me?
No, I can now though.
Uh-oh.
What'd you say,
Regina? Oh, what did I have? A party? I had a few reorders, but my party was probably still hit over 1,000 something.
Wow.
It's still open. Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many, Regina?
How many were at your party?
7.
Okay. And did you book that with somebody you knew or a new person?
It was a new person who had bought the skincare set and she gave a party.
Nice.
So I had maybe 2 to 3 bookings.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Good job.
Yeah, I know there's a recruit there.
That's
nice.
That's what we like, Regina.
Okay, you guys, really, really quick. Let me share with you guys these 3 pictures. So there is skincare on the 29th.
Okay.
It is also translated into Spanish. So here's the flyer. I'll post this tonight. Is grab your sample packet. You guys, think about what relatives you're going to see. Who could you give a sample packet to over the next 6 days that could jump on the 29th? Let them know that you've got to do so many faces before the end of the month. Kim, you should be all over this like white on rice. It's like, okay, how many people say, I need to do 8 faces before the end of the month. I need to know if I could count on you November 29th. You just have to wash your face on, you don't even have to come on camera. but we're going to have great product giveaways. So why not? Right. So it comes also in Spanish. The flyer will be posted in Spanish. And the other flyer is Thursday. We do have a national sharing the career opportunity. Let me go click on this for you guys really quick. We have a national, it's the very last day of the month. It's NSD Laura McKeever. I don't know her story. Janice said she's got this great story. I have never heard her. So I'm super excited, but 5 free e-starts. So again, you could have somebody all ready to join and they come on board. Okay. So don't forget about those. So you guys, thank you for being on tonight. I want to wish each and every one of you a very, very happy Thanksgiving. Please watch my video. If you've got anybody on your team, Regina, Carrie, any of you with a team member, or even a sister consultant, send them that video about the Pink Weekend and just tell them to take 10 minutes and watch it. It's very straightforward, very easy to use. Just make a plan. It doesn't have to be complicated. If it's complicated and you're confused, your customers are confused. Trust me. All right. Congratulations, Regina, on your almost $1,000 week. And Carrie McCurdy, congratulations on your $450 week. I know you guys are going to have a very blessed Thanksgiving. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. And Lori, I want you to know how much I appreciate you being a special part of my life. All right, you guys, happy Thanksgiving.
Okay. Thank you, Diane.
Good night, everybody.